My guest is a powerful actor who recently finished a successful run in the new August Wilson play, Gem of the Ocean, as Citizen Barlow, John Earl Jelks. Thank you so much for being here. I'm thrilled to have you here, and it was such a pleasure to see your work. It's really magnificent. I have a question right away. Did you have a favorite aunt or an uncle or a neighbor who was older or wiser when you were growing up that kind of gave you advice or guidance, or as a kid, the kids in school say, had your back and took care of you?
Oh, absolutely. And his name was Eddie, but they called him Uncle Man.
Okay.
Just M-A-N. I don't know how he got that name. I guess he was always like a man child or something. But
yeah, Uncle Man.
Yeah, they used to call him Man. I used to call him Uncle Man. And yeah, he taught me a lot about just, being a man, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He had my back. He was my mother's younger brother.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Now, I read that you were so thrilled to be in New York and doing this show on Broadway when you were here, that you walked all over the city. And I'm a big walker of the city. And for me, sometimes I say that it's like walking in a movie. There's always something happening. And I wondered what surprises or what things may have tickled you while you're walking through the streets of New York, or what are some of your favorite things?
Well, some of my favorite things that I saw walking around was the fact that the bright lights, and well, what really tickled me is seeing P. Diddy up with that sign that he has up now.
Oh, yeah?
50 feet tall. I'm going, like, how did he get a poster that big, advertising costume, But it was really nice, but that sort of gave me a chuckle. I was like, wow, if he's not big enough, you got even a bigger, poster of him right there in the mid of, New York City.
Times Square area, right?
Right.
Exactly. Your family originates from Mississippi. Were there any stories or tales of your ancestors handed down or shared with you when you were growing up, like over holidays or different dinner tables or anything?
Only one. And that story is the story of how, because my family has a graveyard, a family graveyard.
Wow.
And how that graveyard came about was my great-grandfather used to be a sharecropper. And during that time, you never actually made enough money to buy the land. But he made a deal with the guy that he was sharecropping with, that if he worked long enough, could he have a couple acres, a parcel of land. So it took him a lot of years from what I understand. So they thought he was going to take this land and build a house on it. But he actually took the land and started a graveyard for his family.
Wow.
And it's still part of it. It's in the family now, so it's a graveyard.
Do people still get buried? Is there room for other family members?
Everyone is there.
Oh, wow.
All my aunts, my cousins, my grandfather, of course, his
wife.
Amazing. And everyone, nieces, everyone.
Wow.
Everyone that's died, that's where they go.
That's pretty wonderful. It's pretty amazing. All right, we're going to switch gears a little
Okay,
bit.
okay. Yeah.
Woo! No, I'm teasing.
Well, you want to know about stuff being
That was
passed down.
very cool. I mean, when you go back there, you get to visit everybody.
I get a chance to visit everyone, yeah.
All the ancestors. What was the first performance you ever saw, a live stage performance, and what was the experience like for you?
My very first live performance I saw was Evita.
Really?
In San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah. And I said, if any, the power and presence, I can't remember the actress at the moment, but
Was it Patti LuPone there, or wasn't? Because she originated the role here. I don't know if she did it out there.
She probably did.
Yeah.
I would like to think it was. But that's the sheer presence of this woman, and the songs and the whole theatrical production made me think, wow, if I can only be just a part of that once, I think I would fulfill my dream as a performer. So yeah, that was my very, very first live performance.
Wow.
I ever seen.
Great.
Other than that, I was just into TV, watching movies and TV and things like that.
Yeah, we learn a lot from that too, but it's different than
Yeah,
the
it's
stage.
different when you
Way
go to a live
different.
performance.
Yeah. What is the single most important lesson you've learned from your parents or relatives, and also from being a father of 3? What is the most important lesson you've learned to date from your children?
Well, if I can quote the Bible, I mean...
You can do whatever you want. It's your time.
Well, it's actually, do unto others as you would want them to do to you. do unto you. That's how I see life, and that's what I teach my kids. You know, you be fair to other people, they'll be fair to you. You know? My mom, my dad always told me that. Be fair. Tell the truth. You know, just be fair and tell the truth. You wouldn't want no one to lie to you, so don't lie to them. You wouldn't want anyone to steal from you, so don't steal from them.
Right. Sort of like cause and effect, you know?
Yeah.
What goes around comes around.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I try to practice my life by that.
Right. And what have you learned from your children? What lessons have they taught you?
To be flexible. Children is something else every day. You know, I have 3, so you're never quite sure what mood they're going to be in every time they wake up. You know?
You can't kind of do your own thing anymore.
No, I can't do my own thing anymore. One may be happy, the other one may be sad. The other one may be sad, and the other one may be happy. And then I have a little 4-year-old girl, and she's like running everything.
That's fun. She's running the whole...
And her mood changes every 15, 20 minutes, you know. So I'm learning to be flexible.
That's great. Well, we're going to take a moment for another offering, and when we return, John Earl will share his journey to Broadway. We'll see you in just a moment. We're back, and John Earl, when did the desire to act hit, and what steps did you take to make that dream a reality?
My story is a little funny story.
That's cool.
I started acting at 18. I was going to City College in San Francisco, but as most kids, when they start City College, not the 4-year university, 4-year university, you really know what you're going to do, what you're going to major in. But just like a bunch of kids that left high school going to City College, I wasn't quite sure what to take. So while I'm in line trying to figure out my class schedule, I saw this young lady that was very attractive. So I was trying to get my, my Mac on or talk on or whatever you want to call it. And
little player there.
Yeah. So she was saying that she was taking some acting courses. I said, oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. And so I followed her to her class. You know, I didn't sign up for the class, but I followed her trying to talk and everything, and she was pretty much ignoring me. But they was auditioning for a male lead in a play that same day. Well, to make a long story short, I didn't get the girl, but I got the part.
That's great.
And from there, I went on to do another production with the same director. And that director sort of like helped me figure it out as far as like take classes, learn how to walk, learn stage left, stage right, how to basically go out and pursue a profession in acting. And her name is Gloria Weinstock. I always want to make sure I say her name because she has been very inspirational as far as like getting me started in the business.
Great. Well, you just answered my next question about mentors, and do you have any other mentors in the business or people you admire in the business? Yeah,
well, I got one of my best friends that's working a lot. You may know him, Keith David.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's helped me in a lot of ways, just giving me insight. But my mentor just died, and he wasn't an actor. He was really like a businessman. And he told me that, look, this is show business, but remember, it's business.
That's what most of the artists, we forget.
Yeah.
The show is a little part of it. The business is huge.
Exactly.
Getting the opportunity is great, but...
Yeah. So he told me, if you make some money, try to save a little bit because, actors going to have a lot of downtime until you get to a point where they really, trying to come after you for different projects. But for the most part, save your money. And that's what I did.
Well, that's a good thing. Plus, you have 3 children, so you got to be kind of watching those pennies.
Exactly, yeah.
You work on stage, and you've worked in film. You're in a Sundance-nominated film that's recently come out, Compensation?
Well, actually, it came out in 2000.
Oh, did it? Oh,
yeah,
it makes it sound like recently in your...
Well, they still playing it all over the place.
Well,
the good thing about that film, it never got picked up by a major distributor. So it's still an independent film, meaning that it can go anywhere and participate in all the festivals.
Well, that's wonderful.
So it's showing someplace at this moment somewhere.
Right.
Probably in France or someplace like that at one of these film festivals. So I'm getting a lot of playtime with that.
Oh, that's great. Now, do you have a preference, stage, film, or TV, in terms of acting? And the work that's required? Do you have one that you're more fond of than others?
I'm really fond of the stage. I think that stage acting for me is that you see, with film and television, you know, you can do a lot of takes and then maybe get it right or patch it in. But with stage, you only got that moment.
Yeah, you just got to go.
You got to go. So yeah, stage for me is definitely stage.
Yeah, and then you have that whole rapport with the audience and everything that you don't really get in film or TV. So, well, sometimes TV they have a live audience, but they're already told how to respond.
Yeah, they have like an applause meter.
Yes,
Just tell them when to clap, when to laugh,
how to clap.
Right.
They have somebody work the crowd before it starts.
Right. Tell them to be a little loud. They're probably giving them drinks, you know.
Or whatever, yeah, free gifts. As an actor, you've been honored with several awards and nominations. What has that been like for you? Does it affect you in any way? Are you happy about it? Do you just sort of let it roll off?
Well, I'm happy in the moment, and don't get me wrong, it's good to have. It's like trophies. You can say, well, I won this, but that trophy won't get you your next job, you know? This business is all about, you're only as good as your last job. But don't get me wrong, I wouldn't trade in any of those awards for anything.
Right.
And, but as far as like running around talking about, yeah, I'm nominated this or nominated that, no.
Still need your Metro card to get on the train?
Yes, I do.
I know what you're saying. I saw Hillary Swank on 60 Minutes last night, and she said, they were talking about Boys Don't Cry or something, and she said, yeah, I won an Academy Award, and I couldn't even get health insurance because I didn't make enough money on the movie. I mean, she didn't have enough money. She says, I was still a regular person. It doesn't really matter. Okay, back to you. You've had the opportunity to perform in several August Wilson plays. I know you did the piano lesson in San Francisco. Joe Turner's Come and Gone. You've done it, Mississippi Rep. Mr. Wilson is a
Missouri Rep.
I said, good, you're correcting me. We
Yeah,
fixed this
it's
before.
all right.
I wrote Missouri. What did I say? Mississippi? Yeah.
Well, you're still thinking about the graveyard.
Yeah, the graveyard's haunting me till this day. Mr. Wilson is a powerful voice in American theater. What have the experiences been like, and did each one prepare you for the next? You know, because I know his order, like the play you recently did, Gem, is really the first in the cycle of the 10 years, but it was his most recent play. So, and some of the characters, not the ones you've played, I don't think appear in, your character did not appear in one of the other plays.
No.
Did he? No.
No.
But have they prepared you? Did each one prepare you for
Oh, absolutely. Doing the character of Boy Willie and piano lesson prepared me for the character that I played and Joe Turner's Come and Gone, Harold Loomis. And now that I'm in Gem of the Ocean, I look at this character, Citizen Barlow, as being a combination of the two characters. So yes, it definitely prepared me, because I don't think that I would have did as great a job as Citizen had I not did those other two plays and those other two characters. So absolutely. And you, as you may know, you know how he writes, you know.
Yeah.
He writes some wonderful male roles.
Right. He does. He writes some pretty good women roles, too, I
Absolutely.
think. Yeah, they're really wonderful. Now, I heard that Mr. Wilson got to see you at piano lesson, and he gave you a huge compliment. Of course, I can't say all of it on
no, we won't say what he said.
You're a bad MF. That's what he said. That's all I know. And the rest is kind of history as how it went. I mean, you were doing he saw you in piano lesson.
I was doing piano lesson.
But then you were auditioning for something else right after that, but then they called you in for Gem?
Actually, the story is that I was doing piano lesson. He waited afterwards to talk to me. Didn't know he was there. If I did, I would have rushed to get dressed and run out. And when I did get there, we talked for a few minutes, and he did say he thought I was a bad MF. You can't say that here. And of course, I told him how much I admired his work and how I would love to do any of his other plays if given the opportunity. And he said, yeah, that may happen, you know. And I got a call 3 days later to come in and do Joe Turner's Come and Gone, Missouri Rep. Yeah, from a casting agent out of New York. So I was really shocked. Someone out of New York is calling me all the way in San Francisco. Yeah, Harriet Bass. If you don't mind me saying her name.
Now, you can say anybody's name.
Harriet Bass, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful casting agent. Called me and said, I heard August Wilson think that you're a good actor, and we would like for you to put something on tape and send it. And I did that, and I ran all over town trying to figure out how to put an audition on tape.
Find somebody to shoot it
Find
for
somebody
you.
to shoot it for me.
Should have come here if you were here.
And I
went.
Actually, I went to my old
college.
Yeah,
because they always have good TV departments.
And my old instructor, she still worked there now, and she basically filmed it for me.
Well, that's great.
My audition tape.
And now the rest is history.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask, in terms of Gem of the Ocean, when you went in originally, you were understudying
your
character, which Kenny Leon played, right?
Yeah, Kenny Leon, the director of the play now.
Now he directs it. So, what's that like to go from the understudy to the role? And really, you went to the role pretty quick. I mean, it wasn't like you were an understudy forever. You were probably playing the role more than not playing the role, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a chance to go on for the last 8 performances in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And that was part of the deal, you know, because when they hired me, they said, look, we hired you because we know that Kenny Leon has other obligations, and we would like for you to perform the last 8. Mm-hmm. So sitting through the rehearsal process, I knew that I was going to have a chance to go on. Mm-hmm. I guess the hardest part was trying to figure out how I was going to try to make the character my own.
That's what I wanted to ask, because you're seeing that other person every day do it.
Every day.
And stage managers do want you to hit all the marks the person hits when you stand by for somebody. That's how they rehearse you.
Exactly. But at the same time, they was very encouraging. The director at the time, Mr. Marion McClinton, and August, and the stage manager pretty much was saying at some point you got to make it your own, but you definitely have to hit the marks and everything like that. So they gave me some free will of creating a character, and this is what you see now. I mean,
and it's great. It's really wonderful. We're going to take another moment for an offering, and when we return, we'll talk a little bit about Gem of the Ocean and see what else is on in store for our fellow actor here. We'll see you in just a moment.
Get ready.
We're back with John Earl Jelks. You know, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this more recent production that you were in, and by the time people see this, you'll probably be in a film and some more things. I mean, they'll see it sooner than that, but I'm sure you'll go on to many more wonderful performances, and I hope in New York again. It was really a privilege to see you and also your incredible fellow cast members. I mean, there was just such a, you know, everybody hit it, and they were just all on the same, you know, there's a real team thing going on there. It was all the same playing field. You didn't feel like one person was in, you know, another play or really much stronger than
Well, I'm glad you said that, because it actually is the best ensemble I've ever been in. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of plays, but this play, this ensemble, it's pretty much, these roles was tailor-made for each character that you see there. Mm-hmm. It's like they was born to do that character. If they never do another character, which I'm sure they're going to go on to do great things,
right.
But it's almost as if August Wilson was sitting at the table writing this, and then he knew
exactly who was going to. Well, I think that's when he has that whole mystical, cosmic, spiritual kind of thing going on, and I have a feeling when he writes that the universe attracts to him the exact people that are supposed to be.
Well, it happens in this case.
In this particular case. I don't know about all of them, but everyone was wonderful. Your character in this play, Citizen Barlow, the role, he takes an incredible journey in this play. You know, I mean, really, the whole cast takes you on the journey at some point, which is the journey of ancestors and where we are now and where we aren't now. If we go back and look where we could be now, how did you prepare for this role?
Well, the researches I did was a lot of listening to a lot of the elders and listening to a lot of other people that knew a lot about Black history, and listening to August too, because, you know, they talked a lot in rehearsal about the Middle Passage, about what it was like for us as slaves in this country. And so I took that information and started reading a lot about slavery, and then, you know, my people is from Mississippi, so, you know, I've heard a lot of stories. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen how people, Black people, have been oppressed.
Right.
So
and it isn't all that changed either. I don't want to be negative, but
Right.
you know, when you go to the South, I mean, or not even the South, anywhere, it's still not all that changed.
Right. So what I decided to do is I've taken a little bit of every little thing about what I've learned and know and try to incorporate into what Citizen Barlow has to go through in that middle passage. I can't imagine what it would probably be like for those people to leave their country, to come over here, not knowing where they're going, and most of them didn't make it.
Right.
And that's really what that's about, the ones that did make it.
Right.
The ones that actually jumped off the boat or the boat sank or whatever happened. But there's millions of them down there in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
Right, exactly.
And their ghosts, their spirits is still there. And that's what August was writing about.
Right, and you all do it so beautifully in such a condensed amount of time. I mean, I could really...
I was going to say it's not enough time to even tell the real story.
No, but I mean, I really went through an experience. You know, people go through an experience that I think maybe gives them not an idea of what it really would feel like, but the upheaval and the discomfort is, I think, is experienced by the audience, at least by this audience member. I experienced it, and I may have more sensitivity to it because I've studied more about it, or you know, I have more interest in it. But really, between all of the actors in the ensemble that create that environment for you to take the journey through, it's very powerful. It's a very powerful moment in the theater, I think.
Thank you.
You know, really, really. And I think you should look at the side of your chair because it's something you look for in a play all the time. And if you look at the side of your chair...
I think I saw it was the 2 pennies.
Those are for you. Those are for you. You better keep them because I know you have to give them away every night.
And they side by side.
That's how they're supposed to be? I just did it. There you go.
Yeah,
so,
they're side by side.
Thank you. There you go. I'm an actress as well, and I used to find that no matter what role I would play, that somewhere during the rehearsal process or the run, my life always paralleled the character in some way, like the trauma, the drama, or something. Did you ever have that experience, or does that ever happen to you, that your life imitates your art? I don't mean your art imitates your life, but that you're doing something and then things in your life start to occur that way as well?
Not yet.
No, okay, good. I'm glad, because it's not always fun. Let me tell you, it's not always fun. I have to say it wasn't always fun when that would happen. I wanted to ask, in the play, you and all the characters come to the play have experiencing some great personal loss of one type or another. And I know you've had your share of losses in your life, as we all have, some more recent. How do you keep moving forward? Because you've had a few things that could have stopped a person dead in their tracks for quite a while. They could have pulled up shop and said, forget it. How do you create value from that loss and move on? And as well, what are the challenges of being a single parent at this point?
Well, I like to believe that God don't give you anything that you can't handle, first and foremost. And I did stop in my tracks, because I believe I know what you're speaking of, my wife being deceased. It's been 2 years now. She died in a car accident in Chicago. But prior to getting to this job, she was really excited for me, because I was going to pretty much stop acting for a while and start teaching, because I was sort of fed up with being on the road a lot, because you know, we're always gone, especially in plays, 12 weeks at a time. But I remember saying, you can't quit. You can't quit. You have something to offer.
Just like the name of the show.
The world needs to see your talent. And after that accident, that's what kept me going. I hear her voice telling me, you can't quit. You have something to offer. So I'm always using that as my fuel. And the challenges of bringing up 3 kids, like I said, I don't think God give you more than you can handle. And although she's left, she's still with me in spirit.
That's great.
And she's in our children.
That's great. Yeah, and it's just, in terms of being an artist and actor and having to move around, it is probably, a lot of juggling you must do as a parent.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got about 2 minutes left, and I have so many things I want to ask you, but what would you say your mission is as an actor, and what sets you apart from other people in your field?
I think my mission as an actor is about sharing. And being able to work through all this, what people would say trauma in life. Because what happened, like you said, what made the average person say, oh, okay, I'm going to give up, I'm going to stop. But if I can just be some type of inspiration to the next person, it doesn't really have to be an actor. It can be just a regular guy, because I'm not the only person this has happened to.
Right.
You know, becoming a single parent just like overnight. And I had a perfect situation, pretty much. Well, I would call it perfect. But being able to rise from the ashes and keep moving on, I'm hoping that if someone hear about my story or see my story, they can go, wow, if he can do it, I can do it.
That's great. And do you have any tips for fellow actors or artists or creative people when they're going after a dream, what they should remember or what can keep them going? Besides, I know you have your own little set of things that keep you going.
Well, let's see, because that's a hard one, because for each person, it can be different. But for me, I put God first, and then everything else happens, you know? Because without God, none of this would happen for me. I truly believe that. And the only thing you really have to offer is your talent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you got to be true to that.
That's true. Thank you so much, Brother Roland. We're out of time, and that's perfect. Be true to what you have to offer, and you always have something to offer. Thank you so much, John Earl.
You're
really
welcome
appreciate
so much.
it. Thank you. Yay, it was great.
Thank you. It was well worth it then, I guess, huh?
I guess. I hope for you, too. You got 2 pennies, right?
I got 2 pennies, yeah. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep these.
Oh, those are, yes, you can think of me.
I will. I will. You know, and I definitely want to get a copy
You will.
of the tape, you know.
Not a problem.
Wow.
I think we're still rolling, so we're talking right. That's all right.
That's okay. I mean, hey.
It's good.
Anything else you want to ask while I'm here?
Did kids see your show? Did they get to see it here, or did they see it in
They
Chicago?
didn't see it here. They saw it in Chicago. They saw it in Los Angeles, of course, and in Boston.
Well, they've been traveling.
They've been traveling. You know, I take them with me.
That's great.
That's the good thing about being a single parent. I strap them to my back and they can come on go with me. Well, I actually packed up the old truck and move on, you know.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And they seem to like it.